Welcome back. Here with us on Times Now. The State Human Rights Commission on Tuesday issued a show-cause notice to the management of Civic run Cooper Hospital and the Mumbai Police over actor Rhea Chakraborty getting access to hospital's mortuary at the time when late actor Sushant Singh Rajput's post-mortem was being conducted. That's the big update. Aruneel joining us on the broadcast for more on this. Aruneel, this is clearly a big Times Now impact because here at Times Now we exposed that how Rhea Chakraborty was given this unauthorized access to the mortuary.
Well, this is a major Times Now impact. The reason for that, Hina, is the State Human Rights Commission, basically Maharashtra State Human Rights Commission, has sent a show-cause notice to the Cooper Hospital asking for an explanation how could Rhea Chakraborty enter the mortuary to basically see the mortal remains of actor Sushant Singh Rajput. What if any evidence was tampered? Who is going to take any responsibility? What if anybody from the post-mortem department was threatened? These kind of some questions that Times Now had majorly raised, and now a cognizance has been taken by the State Human Rights Commission, sending a show-cause notice and asking for an explanation as soon as possible. The deadline for that has been given is August 31st. By August 31st.
Okay, I think we've got some problem with the connection out there. We'll try and reconnect with Aruneel in just a bit, but that's the big update that we have for you. Okay, Aruneel is back with us. Aruneel, now what's important is that the show-cause notice has been sent not just to Cooper Hospital, but to Mumbai Police also.
Because it was Mumbai Police's responsibility as well to ensure that no outsider could enter the mortuary. Then how come Rhea Chakraborty was allowed to enter the mortuary? What if any evidence was tampered with? What if anybody was threatened inside the post-mortem, basically the mortuary? These are some questions that Times Now was repeatedly asking, and now cognizance has been taken by the State Human Rights Commission, sending a show-cause notice to Cooper Hospital, to Mumbai Police, basically all the parties involved who will be responsible in this, and they have been asked to reply by August 31st. Which is the nearest deadline. Basically the State Human Rights Commission also mentioned about it that it is a serious matter and they want a reply on this as soon as possible.
And can you just also explain to us, the angles, the issues that the State Human Rights Commission will be looking at in this particular case? We are being told that the legal aspect will be studied, whether this was illegal or not, and also who gave the permission. By when does the Mumbai police officials and the Cooper Hospital authorities have to respond to this?
By August 31st, they have to respond to this. And there is no doubt that this was illegal. One cannot be allowed to enter the mortuary when the PM is not been done yet. There is a big scope of destruction of evidence. There is a big scope of threatening the people who will be doing the post-mortem. On these lines, we can expect tough questions to be asked to the Mumbai Police, who basically must have allowed Rhea Chakraborty to go inside the mortuary without the permission of Mumbai Police. That is certainly not possible. And to Cooper Hospital as well, for why they allowed somebody to enter the mortuary when, as per the rules and guidelines, that is strictly prohibited.
Right. Aruneel, requesting you to stay on with us. In fact, there's another big update that we want to share with our viewers. The mystery behind Sushant Singh Rajput's death is getting bigger by the day. In a stunning new development, now a drug angle has emerged in this particular case. Times Now has accessed 8 WhatsApp chats between Rhea Chakraborty and 5 other people, which shows how Rhea not only purchased drugs but also discussed with the alleged drug dealer on how to administer these drugs. While consumption and usage of drugs charge is now under the scanner, Sushant's family has said that Rhea's drug conspiracy stands completely exposed. Aruneel continues to be with us for more on this. Aruneel, firstly, for the benefit of our viewers, explain to us what exactly do these 8 WhatsApp conversations that Times Now has accessed tell us? What do they contain?
Well, in this entire investigation that has been ongoing since more than 2 months, this is the biggest breakthrough that our group editor politics Navika Kumar has got for us. The reason for that is it is clearly seen that how Rhea Chakraborty was sourcing illegal drugs, banned drugs. Now the big question is, was these drugs administered to actor Sushant Singh Rajput without his consent? That is the main question that arises. Subramaniam Swamy, the BJP MP, had pointed towards the drug angle, saying that the drug mafia may be involved. Now, whether the drug mafia was working in connivance with Rhea Chakraborty, that is the big question that arises over here. And the family had also made allegations on these lines. When we spoke to the gym trainer, in fact, he had also said that how while working out, his hands and legs used to get numb. There was a negative impact on actor Sushant Singh Rajput's body after taking these kind of alleged drugs or medicines. So yes, we have testimonies to prove that as well. In fact, when an insider friend who was a common friend of both Rhea Chakraborty and Sushant Singh Rajput, she had also mentioned about it that these medicines which were administered by Rhea Chakraborty in consultation with her father, who was a doctor, which basically made Sushant Singh Rajput drowsy. These medicines were extremely heavy. Now, how these medicines work with certain kind of illegal drugs, that is also an angle that the CBI will be looking into.
Right. Aruneel, stay on with us. In fact,